I'm literally also Jewish. You can eat my fucking cock. Also, hey, let's go Elysium, hey! Liquid. Oh yeah, we were investigating the synthesizer tent. And by we, I mean me. Fuck you, Jack. You know what's gonna happen already. This. You're dead?
A pane of eternite has been planted.
Synthesizer.
Two poles.
You have 20 hours.
Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might.
Eternite. It over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Neat. Hold on, I got a massage. Oh, I thought it was a thing.
The tent is
What
just
is this
tarred
panning?
fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Yeah.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair.
Yeah.
Aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like. Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy. His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm.
Yeah.
He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
Yeah? That's not what he looks like in the game at all. Why does he have hair?
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Count your prayers, bitch. These guys are ahead of their time. Too future for the future is... But too future before the future is now. What? I fucking hate the like weird emoji thing. It like blocks the text half the time, and I don't know if like I'm missing something sometimes. Like the weird like, hey, if you click on 100, it'll appear on the stream.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth, I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. There's some. You wanted your friend Alice said there was a problem with the church.
Ah, so you've met her. Good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Enough histrionics. What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that! The world!
And
Yeah.
sadly yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Really bad about the dope heads and burnouts. I don't know.
They're spooky.
What do you mean by
I
spooky?
was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just
Yeah.
wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Yeah, sure.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
I was hoping Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
I just be be the cool cop. Catch the keys. It flies towards you.
You sense the
Fuck
trajectory
yeah.
of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruins of the past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Yeah. 85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that. Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are.
Oh my fucking god.
The key is out of my hands now.
Fuck you. My other
Sure,
questions.
man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people in the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
Anything you could tell me?
Yes. There's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply...
Don't just say trolled and rolled and spam 100s. Fuck you. Get away from me.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
Have you seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that about, some thing watching
Like,
you?
You aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man. Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It
Yeah.
was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Yeah, Crabman.
Bad man!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
What about the machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too.
I like how they
Probably
just
very
spell
likely.
sign as in S-I-N-E, as in the waveform. It's-
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
I'll
Good
talk to
idea.
Noid. I gotta be sure they burn us and dopeheads if you haven't seen them.
Well, honestly, I can't, but I am.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow! You can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
Alright, let's talk about
Sure.
something else.
What?
Mentioned that some kind of ecclesias on church, or biggest
Oh
ecclesias.
yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
I hear me. What is a
Come to
founding
think of
party?
it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
you're pretty would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a club for it? They sound exactly like the kind of who want allowed anotic music in their church.
You're right, they do.
The Pericarnassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
Yeah.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Yeah.
You feel it, the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the bass, as if testing the waters.
You're right. How could the founding party be anything but enthusiastic? Dance music is about love, and so is the Paracanisian Church.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
By the
Yes.
tent.
What?
What's with all the nose of head? You brought your own water.
The what now? Oh,
Nose of head.
the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
Okay, makes sense. Tell me about another thing.
Yes. What?
Yeah, whatever. Who
He
gives a
nods
shit?
Enthusiastically, no doubt, a little relieved.
As always, we'll be right here. Waiting
Boys will be
patiently
boys.
for
Who
you.
the fuck cares? Let him get fucking. Let him just die, on because of nose
Yes?
shit.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean. Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
So we went inside the church. What do you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go
And
on.
then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
What does this crab
It
man
was
look
too
like?
dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come
He looked like a
on.
banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
You were wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
What do you stand to gain?
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
That's it for now. Fucking Christ. Kim is about to phase into the next dimension.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height,
Crabman!
stand in front of
Crabman!
the rectangular sea-worn ornament. The lock turns easily.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the Doom commercial area, its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church.
Kim is
as
the next
though rushing
dimension.
to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
Huh? Okay, so don't... okay. Blah, 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 blah. Who's the... What's the name of the person? Can I please just, like, scroll? Or, what the fuck? Okay, what's the name of the fucking person with the... Whatever, I'll just level up second test realization. Because I really want to put shit on that wall. It looks intentional, some long forgotten style. Interior looks half finished. By the original church. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to my intuition and not run around. Anarchist girl? Ruby? No, the fucking the girl who was using a contact mic. Whatever, it doesn't matter now. Complex equations. Close filled water, live wire runs directly into
The
it.
silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Oh, it's there's a name for this phenomenon, but I forgot what it's called.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
An anechoic chamber is a thing that it's used to make this phenomenon happen, but I forgot what it's fucking called. As I can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Stomp and clap.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Happening.
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Oh, it's nothing. Not really, it was extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
They want to discourage singing and dancing?
Could be.
the you a trick ass shoe, you a trick ass hoe phenomenon. Fuck you.
He doesn't seem
Trick ass
entirely
shoe.
convinced, though. The orderly
Bell
rows of
tower.
ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Perception time. Fuck.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
I make something
There's nothing.
out.
You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Blink.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The Crab Man.
Crabman! Crabman! Hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
My place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks, and maybe the ceiling climbing too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh, hell no! Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem. It's been getting out of hand lately, but...
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
For some reason I feel like you have a point there. How do you like yours? I'm kind of fight a guy under the roof. What is this shit? You know, alcohol is essential to my identity. If it wouldn't, this stupid. Oh, and go, but we need to. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
Some Reavers want to turn this place into a nightclub. You know where the spooker is?
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see him. Think they scared of me.
A reason to be scared? So what do you think about the nightclub that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
That's actually kind of fucking base. What? He just doesn't
Might
care?
even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
What happened to the other spooker?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
Is it another person?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
You don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know when you both live
Don't really
here?
follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
You got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who
I'm
is she?
afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Thanks. Crabman's based? What the fuck? Didn't expect that. In class. You didn't expect that, you know not of Crabman and him Wazy? His way and him Wazy? Huh?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yeah, this machine looks just like the one in the Doom commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Investigated.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Behind
Inside.
the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents.
I want to look around first.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There,
Yeah?
you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The
Look
woman
out.
looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You.
Compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Damn, you
Your
get up.
fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Reconstruct.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
What shattered this?
Unknown. A motor carriage? A gunshot? Someone falling into it? Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break?
Older woman.
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, farriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
What does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this used to say.
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What is it now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
I like this. Puts the fear of God back in those. Oh my God! Oh no! Oh no! Not very feminine.
Not at all.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Why do I know this mother of humanism?
It's a mystery.
What?
A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret.
failed
For
it?
some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning.
Well, okay, Brian, can't believe you chose that option. Which
All
one?
you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look.
Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You know the
It's
place?
a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them, the 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
You know it's abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted the
Well,
raid?
Your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
Oh, I fucking did the raid on this shit.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them. I'm
Cabin
sorry,
here.
I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
I was here to find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
You a follower of Deloreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are Delorean in origin.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The Delorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Classic Brian behavior, killing churchgoers. Jesus. That's interesting. That's an interesting angle.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax.
I thought I could go through that, but I guess not.
The machine's keyboard is the speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East
This person.
Indian Rapid Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
On the cord with the tape. Little log food. Yvonne, it's me again!
Good. Thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
At the cord with the tape on the film, it just said log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Listen, please, open this thing! My birthday. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished.
Goodbye, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still
Let's talk to my boy Crabman.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Have you by any chance heard the
Too
password
many
thing?
times, essay. You need it for something.
Yes, it refers to. Honestly, I just want to break into the radio computer to see what's on
Don't
it.
sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. When you think of that, makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Thank
I think
you.
we're done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Why is it making noise now? Why is the thing known for not making any noise making noise now?
the machine's keyboard. The speaker.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife
Good.
death.
I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune,
Wacky.
that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
Thank you.
Goodbye, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Print.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Think it might connect to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting. 7th
third entry.
of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers.
Dang.
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Not a loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone
Oh,
thought it
that
was
was
Lotus.
me!
Let's just keep reading.
12th of February, 51.
Was it?
Brought some food from the grocery store.
I forgot when I
there's a
get
strike
here.
going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Yeah, no, okay, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. False alarm.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, The song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
She must be describing herself.
Girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me!
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air.
You mean canned air?
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hi. Oh, she's blind.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Oh, never mind.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I'm searching for my lost identity.
You won't find any answers from here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Okay. How's that? Oh, you can go up there?
What is it?
Didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
You the lead programmer of We're All Untethered by any chance?
Or, no, not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Have you seen the Crabman?
Nope.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
Sounds like you're not worried about him at
No,
all.
you're right. I'm not.
Uh-huh. There's so many machines in this place.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
Radio computer,
Mhm.
right? Antenna is its processing
Yes?
unit.
You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Not really.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
The Air one, is it a good antenna?
Yes, it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
What about the bowls of water?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
What are you doing with the radio
working.
computer?
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
Can you run perfect radio computer made exclusive for government use?
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
And you work for the government?
No, I don't.
Why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation, and Reims Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards, so I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a Reim prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see Ream prefects in every police department, for example.
How do you get your hands on it?
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade Reim Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as Reims Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain. Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Of police
I'm
officer.
conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What
I'm
research?
looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
What does that mean?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
I don't understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure
You
it.
measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
That's cool.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
You have any idea where the hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
There's
there.
this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
That's where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think the Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
I like how I had to say that. I didn't have an option. The research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's what I want to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anotic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you even listened to it? Like, actually listen?
Yeah. Like, all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they? Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Fuck. What do you feel about club ran out of
It's
dance
about
music?
those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What did they build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
Still convinced I want to establish a nightclub for the end of the... This is the dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Yeah.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit in our world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Is architecture also art? Guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Okay!
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Actual art degree. -1 perception. Can't even look at this shit. That's so true. Homosexual. Yeah, another Kava type, the worst one, the most savage and brutal, the art cop. Nothing is good for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of works and visual institutions around you. You really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. No, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a little bridge.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Check the church.
And what happened?
Talk to the crab man.
Oh man, who is he? What did you think?
I'll let you about alcoholism before rambling. Seemed okay to be honest.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
He's preaching and praying.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
He's not physically active, thinks Ursula. Doesn't drink. As far as I know, he's not going to leave. I'll run up there and you guys, you'll never catch him. He wouldn't, told me he wouldn't mind a nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just going to have to live with the crab man.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
He's in the main crime. I want.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
You haven't been completely honest.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
Yeah?
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
You'll get there, believe me.
Not really feeling
When
it.
we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea.
Didn't like it.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
You made it clear she won't leave until her project is
And you
finished.
can't just evict her?
No, I won't.
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist! Coexist!
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
She absolutely does not.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment. Then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Yes. What?
Oh, the nose of
What
head.
now? Oh, the old I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose.
Yeah, you sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosefed's doing. Without the noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosefed is the shit.
Yes.
On to the next thing. See you brought your
Yeah,
own
yeah.
water.
Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
Distilled too.
Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
He nods
Okay.
enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Take a moment to analyze.
A number of things
Yeah?
add up. Let's take a look. How
Gaming.
about gather around, kids.
Okay, kids, gather
The
around.
young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure where and how, I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. Before that, I've reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace in a uniform. Good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of Lieutenant Euphrator. Could have been captain, imagine that.
What happened?
Life tore me a new asshole. I did, I happened to myself.
That's a real downer.
Now obviously that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left
The
in
young
me.
speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
Soon as said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing. In the making of nightclubs, handful of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I was afraid here for the active
He
ingredient.
said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
It's distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker, you only have
It's
one.
a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of
It's not real.
or one-speaker systems.
No need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
Come on, that's...
Against the
I
law?
meant to say, not true.
So what are we gonna do with you?
Do.
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Tell me what's really going on, and we'll work from there. I can be lenient. I don't really care, I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want, I'll do what I want.
What do you mean by lenient?
I'm not calling you back up and hauling you off to the pen for starters. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you. Using every connection I get. Not calling back up and hauling you off to the pen.
Man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we do. We totally do.
We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
To get our foot in the door.
Why'd you need
Like
me?
I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
It's not very spooky, are
No,
they?
man, they're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Get lost. Oh. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for anodic music.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for anodic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What's that about a fish?
There needs to be a club for anodic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre.
I love egg.
I promise this will be a win. speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Let's call this incident crime prevention, but I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but, I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Goodbye, officer.
Fuck yeah. God bless America. Or Revachol, or whatever the fuck I am. Let's go start a club, baby! Yeah! Oh, wait, oh, hold on. I need to check what the... I need to check what this, check is. Holy shit, just talk to the person. Just talk to the person.
Hello again.
Empathy. It's empathy, okay.
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave?
The
2
swallow.
milliliter hole.
What about it? Great,
Okay.
thanks.
I'm gonna make
I
it
don't
work.
want to make anything work.
You wanna make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
You bitter because your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Suggestion.
Easy.
God bless.
When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the boom boom anymore. The boom boom. Think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Where's the offsite copy?
There's this giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. It's there. Don't worry, you can't miss the bear. It's hideous.
But you've been
Oh,
to
no.
the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
On the note, iceberg fridge said offsite. Move to
Wait.
safer space.
A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
There's offsite copy have been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named
Zariza.
Slav.
Of course! Our project lead, Suliswov Zariza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Completely frozen.
Ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Why can't you get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why does he think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
What if it does emit elemental evil?
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Reim Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic. So what I need you to do here is go have a talk with her, say that you're a policeman and need to get to the building's basement. Then bring me the offside copy, alright?
What's the offside
It's a
copy?
backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
Oh no.
She's making it extra simple.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on site?
Offsite copy, why is it on site?
God, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She...
Thanks. And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Qualsund.
Wait a minute. Is this a different one? Yes, sire, that one is a bog boy. What are you talking about? Zad.
This orange machine is dead. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip.
Didn't Sona give you a perfect...
Equip the multi-tool by go...
Jesus Christ. Always, like... when...
This
Wow!
orange machine is dead.
Wow! Hold on. This is massive. Holy shit.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner. Ice squeaks beneath, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and
Told
get
me.
stronger.
Oh, you said Bog Boy. You fucking doofus. I thought you didn't say Big Boy, you said Bog Boy. I was so fucking confused. Well, I guess I need to level up my fucking, Oh. What do I do then if it... How do I refresh the white check if it's a physical instrument and I maxed out physical instrument? Lamau, that's called going back to a save? Fuck you. That's too far back. Oh, you mean fucking, I'm stupid. Oh, whatever. Fucking... That's, I think that's before, that's so far back I don't even wanna. Is there an autosave, or is fucking, oh no, that is the autosave. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, well. Guess I can't open that anytime soon. There's gotta be something that I can increase my physical instrument with. Oh yeah, I need to tell lady that cryptozoologist husband is dead and I killed him.
Oh, hello, dear.
And to your husband.
Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
I'm going to sing radio.
Can I help you?
I'm going to... Gart, I need to sing karaoke.
No, you don't.
Yeah, but Johnny Law is about to tear up a sad style.
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now.
Why do you have a PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
Not a prop, it's for your clients. I know how it's... I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I pay my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
That's alright, I have my own song with me.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine.
Oh, God.
Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled. he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Oh my god. God bless America.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is...
Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. Evening maxing.
Can I help you?
Oh yeah, I need to look at the coast for that one girl who is... Hold on, I just realized something. If I crowbar, can Mimi try with crowbar also?
This orange machine is
Fuck.
dead still. It has a...
Oh well, tried my best.
What
She was pretty eager for you to return.
I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days.
It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Won't let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the Phasmid somehow.
You know the Phasmid is so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 40th century, and it's hers.
Really? She sighted the Phasmid?
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious Phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian Phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Maybe we could go back to the whirling warm up, come back to check the traps later.
Oh no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the Phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
Will we check the traps for you?
Didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
For the traps.
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
What, aren't you having fun?
Even relative to examining a week-old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as fun. But have it your way, detective.
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
What do I do if there's a Phasmid?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Try and catch the Phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me.
Wise choice.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Huh?
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
Me when racism remark. I could hear you clapping from Jersey. Well, I know where the boathouses are. Ah. What the fuck is with this audio?
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look
Behind
around.
you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind.
Okay, Brian, I ain't the one
reeds rustle
projecting.
confidently. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
You set the apparatus back on the ground, among the reeds. The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Gotta see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Can you see what's... Can you make out what's inside?
I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Damn. Oh, is that the jacket?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a
It's
look.
streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed.
That's his jacket!
Dangling arms suggest that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mess.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
I think this is the jacket Idiot Doom Spiral guy wanted me to
I'm
find.
sure he'll be thrilled to have it returned.
I got spectacles. No.
The smell, it's awful and familiar.
Oh, that is awful. What is
Don't
it?
you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
As if Lieutenant Someone's not
The
right here.
lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Something gonna happen, or? Why am I over here? What? Am I not supposed to be looking up here? Why is my... Huh? Is this... Hey, Jack. Is this normal? I can't see anything. Sure? Okay, hold on. Wait, let me just, there we go.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
That's why...
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is, he's been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. Or maybe it was just dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build, age approximately 50 to 60 years. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Kebab?
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Same with the gum.
Rubowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's
We did.
Just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad. This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
We ended up just like him.
Well, at least you're not married.
Yeah.
Or, what if you are?
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. It
Right.
does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What do we do with them?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
What about field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that.
That kind of sloppy.
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
You found him. We should
All
finish
right.
this.
We should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member. Whoever owns this
Inside.
card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Okay.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
A
Whoever
cigarette
tossed
package.
it there was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Mans with
You
tarmac
see
in.
traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Well. They're gonna call it there. Have a good one.